Hello and welcome to my very first Let's Play Nethack. I am making this video to be sort of a beginner-friendly guide to Nethack, but there'll be a little bit for everyone, the experienced player, the moderate player, a little bit of history. Nethack is an old game. It was invented in 1985, and it's termed a roguelike. So it emulates the old game created in 1980 or 1983 called Rogue, which is basically uses the rules from Advanced Dungeons and Dragons to create a randomly simulated dungeon filled with monsters, and you have to hack and slash your way all the way to the bottom. It's incredibly fun. I've been playing this game for about 5 or 6 years, and it's incredibly hard. It's very nuanced. There's a lot of little tips and tricks that make it a really interesting game, so that's why I thought it would be something good to do a Let's Play series on. And I know I've a pretty unique, I guess, play style, a lot of silly little things I do in game, so I thought it'd be good to record. So let's get started. What is my name? Dewaldo. Okay, now I'm going to pick all of these, the role, the race, the gender, the alignment, and I'll go through a little bit of the choices and why I'm picking them. So I already decided that I'm going to play a Barbarian for this playthrough. I thought it would be something... Barbarian is quite an easy class. It's one of those classes where you just hit things with your axe, and biggest axe is best axe. So there's not a lot of little tricks that you have to play like you would for an archaeologist or perhaps a tourist. Barbarian is very cut and dry, I guess. Also, Barbarian is one of those classes that I've got really close to ascending the game with, but I just haven't got there. I got to the plane of Earth and got surrounded by mobs, and I was being silly, so this time we're going to ascend as a Barbarian. Now, race, you can pick human or orc. If you pick orc, you're limited to picking chaotic as your alignment, and I generally don't like picking chaotic. Chaotic gods are a lot more hard to appease, and they don't give you very good sacrifice gifts for sacrificing on their altars, and that's something that's really useful in game. Barbarians, when they sacrifice, they're given their first sacrifice gift will always be a two-handed battle axe called Cleaver. But you can also get some other really nifty stuff. So I'm going to go with a neutral Barbarian. And for gender, I always pick female. Now, why is that? There's not a very big difference between male and female. But when you play as a female, you get two perks that males don't. If you ever get polymorphed into an animal, you can actually lay an egg. So if you get polymorphed into a dragon, you could lay a bunch of dragon eggs, and pow, you've got 4 or 5 dragon pets. Also, there's a chance that not a succubus, the male form of the succubus, will give you a ring if you have really high charisma, which I never will, but it's fun to think that might happen. So it says, "It is written in the book of Crom, after the creation, the cruel god Moloch rebelled against the authority of Marduk the Creator. Moloch stole from Marduk the most powerful of all artifacts of the gods, the amulet of Yendor. He has hid it in the dark caves of Gehenna, in the underworld where he now lurks." So, this is the main quest of the game. You go all the way down to the bottom, to the underworld, to Gehenna, to get this amulet of Yendor, and you have to bring it all the way up to, I guess, heaven, and then give it to your god. And you might recognize Crom. That's the god that I worship. It's also the god from, you guessed it, Conan the Barbarian. So I should have named him like Arnold. Arnold the Barbarian. So first thing you want to do, @ Turn auto pickup off. It's really nice, because if auto pickup's on, you will pick up everything you walk on. You will pick up stones, you'll pick up corpses, you'll pick up treasure chests. It's no fun at all. So I should show you my inventory. I start with a battle axe, which is good. I want to get my axe skill up, so when I get that first sacrifice gift, Cleaver, I'll be skilled enough to deal some copious damage. And that's a two-handed weapon there. I also start with a short sword, which I'm not really going to use, but I might keep it around to pop open chests that are locked. It's really useful. Blessed ringmail. Now, ringmail's the weakest of all the mails, weaker than chainmail or mithril or orcish mail even. But it's still a decent armor. As you can see, my AC down here isn't that bad. 7. A lot of classes will start with like AC of 8 or 9 or 10 if they're spellcasters. So this isn't the worst ever. And 2 food rations, which is nice. Barbarians can eat anything, and I will eat anything. So the food rations are handy to have in some situations, but you don't really... Food should never really be an issue. Now push in a boulder. Haha, boulders are good ways to exercise your strength, especially when you're pushing them down gigantic corridors. If you ever get to an end like this right here, you can keep pressing S to search it, and hopefully you'll find a door. Or maybe not. Let's run all the way over here. Out of my way, Kitteh. Now, there are 2 ways to move in Nethack. You can use the arrow keys, which I guess is okay. Oh wait, I should eat that, not pick it up. Eat the fox. Or you can also use the number pad, which is a lot better, because number pad allows you to move diagonally, which is really nice. And incredibly useful for positioning. Let's search. Aha. It's worthwhile to search if you know that there's going to be a door somewhere or a corridor, because searching... Oh, lichen corpse. Because searching will exercise your wisdom. I see a tin. Let's just straight up eat this tin. Yes. Woo! It contains spinach. Now watch what happens. My strength is 18/4. I'm going to eat this spinach. Bam! 18/14, and I'm also satiated. Which wasn't the best thing to do. But... And another food ration. And there you go, Kitty. You could eat that. I would like that newt corpse. Eating a newt corpse gives a chance of increasing your mana pool, which I will never use, but it's always good to have, I guess, a biggish mana pool. And a leash. Leashes you can put on your pets so they won't wander as much, but I think they're useless because you can end up strangling your pet or leading it into a trap. I don't know. I let my kitties run free. For some reason, they always like to drag the leash to you. They're like, can we have it? Can we have it? I don't think you want it. Okay, come over here. Don't make me get that leash. So we're in dungeon level 2. The door is locked. I'm going to avoid kicking that for now. And there's a chest here. So L to loot the chest. Yes, it seems to be locked. Well, I have some options. I can step beside this chest and start kicking it, or I can force the chest, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to force it with my sword. So I'll press X to switch to my sword. Then extended command force, and I will. Now forcing is pretty good because you won't damage the contents in the chest if you're opening with something that you can pry the chest open, like a sword or a dagger, but there's a chance you can break the sword or dagger. I'm going to take the tins. I'm going to leave the spellbook. Barbarians are not too fond of reading. So, a statue of a lichen. That usually doesn't mean anything, but hack the rats. There you go, Kitteh. rat corpse for you. I should be letting my kitty get a little bit of the kills. It doesn't really matter. But you want to toughen it up. Every time Kitty kills something, he'll get one. Oh, I'm switching to my sword, because these guys will corrode stuff. Miss, 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 kill. And I'm splashed by the acid. I'm gonna pick that up, actually. Acid blob corpses remain fresh forever until they rot away. Aha, 101 gold pieces. It's good I went there. So they're good for sacrificing on altars, because you can just keep carrying with it, and usually gods won't accept corpses that have been sitting around too long. Man, I've been satiated for quite a while. That's bad, because it abuses your constitution. Ooh, and it looks like I have 2 down staircases. So one of these will lead to the gnomish mines, not that one. And one of these will lead to dungeon level 3, which was the one I went to. So there's the gnomish mines. Ooh, and a figurine right there. But I'm not going to go there now. Now, this is the first. Dungeon level 2 is. Oops, sorry about that. Dungeon level 2 is the quickest you can get to the gnomish mines. They'll appear. Oh, yes. A hardware store. This is good. When you see lamps, there are a chance that they could be magic lamps. And how do you know? Well, if you extended command chat, that one's